What's happening, my crafty friends? How you doing today? Happy weekend, and I hope you have a nice weekend. This is Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming. Welcome to my channel and my craft room. I'm here to share some bundles with you today, and I've had fun creating these bundles, and they are in my Etsy shop when you see this video. So I showed you on Thursday, my Thrifty Thursday video, the yarn that was in a little like Ziploc bag that I said I brought it home because I just thought it was so pretty, and there wasn't a lot of it, but there was some. It was just one of the little like sandwich bag size. So this is what I made. I just had a little time before I went to work one day. Actually, I just woke up really early for some reason, and I thought I wanted to have some fun with that yarn, so I made some tassels. Here's one. They're just yarn tassels, but aren't they cute? So easy to make. If you need further instructions on how I made these, just leave me a comment. I'll be glad to do a separate video. But here's one. I did add some eyelash trim in here and both of these, and I added the notebook ring here, and those are two things I did not bring home last Thursday. And I'll link my in case you didn't see the Thrifty Thursday video or you're not familiar with them, I have a whole playlist, so I'll link that below also. But aren't they cute? And yeah, so those I made, and then I'm going to actually include one in each of these bundles. Oh, there was like some little cutoffs from when I was cutting that yarn to fit long enough for the tassels. With the little cutoffs, I made some little paper clips, little tassel paper clips. Aren't they adorable? So let me show you what they look like. They're just fun little paper clips. Aren't these adorable? So let me show you real quick. I'm still working on the bird journal. Here it is. I worked on it last weekend, and hopefully I'll get some more time to work on it this weekend. It's getting really fun with lots of embellishments, but let me find a page for this. Let's see. Let's just stick it right here. Let's stick this one here, and I'll show you what it looks like. It just looks like fun, right? A burst of fun sticking out of the top of a journal. So there you go. Isn't that cute? Hope you love it. I love it. It's not going to go with this journal because it's, it just doesn't go with the colors really. But I think it's just so super cute. So yeah, that's what you can do if you're working with yarn and you have little pieces. Don't throw them away. Make little tassel paper clips. So yeah, those are super fun. So yeah, that's what I did with the yarn. And so let me show you the little bundles. Whoops, that goes with that. So I made two of these little bundles of goodies, and there's quite a few things in here. It might not look like a lot, but I counted the pieces when I was taking the pictures, and I believe there's actually about 40 pieces. So here's the tassels that go with these two. Here's one. As you can see, I used all the colors that were in the yarn. I did not hesitate to mix colors. I just thought that would be fun. Sometimes it's fun just to make a tassel out of everything, right? Just pick up all your trims and put them together and make a tassel. So there's one, and super simple, like I said, to make these. Here is the other one. I just love all the colors. And so that one of each is going to, there's going to be one with each bundle, two bundles. That's all I have. So I have put some tickets. If you saw the tickets in Thrifty Thursday, all of these things were, I think all of these things, yeah, were my Thrifty Thursday. So there's some tickets, a few of those, and then some game pieces. I'll just show you real quick in case you want to know exactly what's in here, and I'll link this video in the listing. But there's one of these black dominoes. There's a few of these pieces. There's one of these dominoes, and one of these. This is from, I think this is from Candyland. This little man here, and a little, I don't know what this is from, but there's a couple of them in there. This is from, this is actually something I added from my stash. This is from a bottle cap. It's called bottle caps, and you stacked them up kind of like Jenga, and tried to stack them up without making them fall over. Oh, and a couple of these, I just threw a couple, but they're little wood circles. So, and this little guy, I think I threw that in there while I was talking too. But like, I don't know if these are from Sorry. I think the Sorry ones are actually a little bigger. But it's from, one of the little things you move around when you're playing a game. So yeah, one of those. So there's quite a few pieces in there. And then I have cut apart that black scarf I showed you a few weeks ago. And here are some pieces, some flowers. I don't know if I showed you that since I cut it up. I'm going to show you that in a future video, but here's 3 of the pieces. These were all in a black scarf, like almost, I guess it was like kind of like a small runner. It was longer than just a doily or something. It was like long and narrow like a runner. And it had all these pretty flowers, and that's what I saw at the thrift store. I was like, oh, look at all those flowers I can cut apart. So that's what I did. Cut them all apart. So that's 3 of those are in there. And these cards here, I also know these are from Candyland. So there's some of these. There's some of them have the color. They're kind of glossy on the front and flat on the back. So these could be journaling cards. If you're using them in a journal, you could make them into tags, punch a hole, put a little topper on there, and there you go. You have cute little journaling tags. So, and these are all from Candyland. This, I put the mouse in here. So these 2 bundles are pretty much the same. The only difference is in this one I put, this is like chipboard, and where's the chipboard piece in this one? It has candles on it. Oh, I don't see it. It's here somewhere. Oh, here it is. It was hiding under the Candyland cards. These are like little colored pencils or something. Aren't they cute? So that is in the other one. I think that's the only difference, really. I mean, the game pieces are pretty much the same too. So you've got pretty much exactly the same. That little thing is blue instead of yellow, this little piece here. But, the pieces might be different colors, but it's the same type of pieces. So, just need to grab a tissue. Oh, if you hear sawing, my husband's working outside today doing something. So, around the house. So I've got some of those laminated bingo cards, which are great for pockets, or, you could even put a little something up here, and, a little trim, or you could put a hole in it and string some, some type of topper, or add a little flower, lots of things you can do. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. And then one of the, these are different because, I had picked up a package of 3, so each one was different. Anyway, there's this one with a little boo and the ghost, and this is a treat, like a gift bag. And then this is a few of the Win, Lose, or Draw, the paper pad that I had brought home. And there's one, oh, I didn't even count these, so there's actually more than 40. I counted this as one, I think I did. 1, 2, 3, 4 sheets of that. And then one of the popcorn boxes, which you can make a journal out of if you want to, because you can make this the cover. You can make this side panel the side, and then you have a back, or whatever you want to do. That's what you can do, whatever you want to do. So yeah, I think I told you the differences. There's 2 of those. So let me show you. I have a few more bundles for you here. So I'm going to grab those, and I'll be right back. So the next bundles I have for you are 2 linen bundles. They each have 5 pieces, but they're both different. So I'm going to run through them really quick. There's only 5 in each. So this one has this doily here. It had a price tag on when I bought it. This is not the price I paid, but I thought it was so cute I left it on there. So you can take that off. It's just tied on. It doesn't have a pin on it, just tied with, you can cut it off or undo the knot, whatever. So anyway, that doily, it's super cute. I have all the size measurements in my listing. And then I also put in there that these are not perfect. They have, that's why I got them all from thrift stores, my thrift store travels. And that's, usually why a lot of times why people give things to the thrift store, because they're not perfect anymore. So anyway, I tried to take pictures of the spots and things, but if you can't see them, there are some spots, like this one has a little bit of some little tiny spots right here, and it had has a brown spot right there. So just things like that, not horrible, but we as junk journalers and paper crafters really don't mind things like that. We kind of like it, or we work around it type of thing, or cover it up, right? This one has a pink haze right here. I don't know. I did not wash this one, so that could come out if you want to wash it. But this is a nice lacy oval with a kind of a ruffly, not real ruffly, but it's got a little bit of a ruffle to it around the lace trim edge there. So that's number 3 on that bundle. And then this one, a rectangle linen, very pretty. I hope, let me show you up close so you can see the pattern in it. There's like a little pattern here, and you've got this, and you've got the pretty edge there. So yep, that is in this one. And then this one has, I call this a tea towel or fingertip towel in my listing, and that's probably what it is. It's just a pretty white linen here, and then you have this pretty fabric applique, which you can use this as a whole, cut this out, like fussy cut this out, or you know, use pieces of it in slow stitching and things like that too. You know, I'm sure you have lots of your own ideas, but that's just what I'm thinking of up the top of my head type of thing. So that is one bundle, and the other one has this plastic. It's a plastic. I thought it was so pretty though, isn't it? It's ecru. It's plastic, and you can you know, use this however you wish, but I put in my listing a lot of people use this for coffee dyeing, so if you ever wanted to experiment with that. And so yeah, so you can try it with this if you wanted to, and see how your coffee dyeing with the doily comes out. And this is so pretty, you could do something with this too. You could cut it up and sew it onto a page, little pieces of it, like for a pocket or whatever. So yeah, I thought it was so pretty. I had to bring that home, even though it wasn't actually a crochet doily. I never found one like that before, so I thought it was so cool. And this is just a white you know, rectangle linen, and what I liked about it was this, the most was this pretty, like, it looks like little pom-poms on the trim here. So yeah, you could cut that off if you want, or, you know, so many things, right? Just so many things. And then this is a pretty doily, and it's just a nice, it is a little tattered around the edges, but it's not, you know, I think it's just very vintage and adds that vintage charm with that little bit of rough, you know, edge there that's not perfect. So yeah, I just thought that was really pretty when I found it in the thrift store. This one is a rectangle, kind of a is it the same as that other one? No, oh, there was one of these in each bundle, so I just showed you this one. I had 2 of these. I put 1 in each bundle, so it's that pattern there with the pretty edge and everything. Yeah, so I was like, did I just show you this? Yes, I did. It was in the other bundle. I forgot about that. And then this one has a table runner. So like that one, the other one I put the tea towel in, so that was like the bigger linen in that one. This one has a little spot right there. But I'm not going to undo the whole thing. I'll just try to undo half, and I put the measurement again in my listing, but this is like, you know, it's big. And here's what the edging looks like on here. It's white. You could coffee dye this if you want, or dye it any color, but tea dye it, whatever, or just leave it white. But it was pretty, and it's old, and it has probably some, you know, like, it doesn't have any like giant spots or anything, but it has like a little spot here, maybe here and there, like that type of thing is what I think. So yeah, I did open it up and take a picture of it for my listing. You can see the whole thing spread out on my dining room table. So yeah, if you want to get a good look at it, just go over there and take a peek. But let me get you, I've got 2 more bundles to show you. I'll be right back. Okay, here's the other 2 bundles. It's a fabric bundle and a vintage sheet bundle. So let me just show you the vintage sheet bundle really quick. We'll run through both of these. And so I've got it tied with a coffee dyed piece of muslin strip here, and a little Ziploc bag of vintage buttons. And I was remembering as I was putting these buttons in here that these buttons, I think all of these, or most of these, probably all of them, were sent to me. I won them actually from a YouTuber, and they were sent to me all the way from Switzerland. So yeah, these are kind of special. I just want to show you them real quick because they're really neat. It's just more buttons than I can use, you know what I mean? So I'm putting some of them in these bundles. Look at these. Aren't those awesome? Like coat buttons or something. Now I gotta get them all back in there. I'll do that in a minute so I don't take too much time with that. But I have, you know, I have doilies that I've cut up and things that I thought would be interesting pieces to put on things. So this is a piece from a doily or a linen or something, this right here. And these are great for slow stitching, or if you're putting a bunch of lace and fabrics and things together to use little pieces like this. Here's another one here. And then here's an outside of another doily where, you know, it probably had like, you know, I think see how I cut it here? It must have had little circles here that I cut out. And then this was the outside trim. So again, I always say when I show you this, that these would also be great for pockets. So you cut them right here, and then there's a pocket here. Cut off this little triangle, which you can use in a cluster, and you can use it this way as a pocket too. And it would go, see, it would be like this. You cut it here, and there's your pocket. So I always have to say that, don't I? Just in case there's someone new out there. So that, and then here's the, oh, it's upside down. Well, let's just turn this around. This is a piece of the apron that I had brought home, and it had these squares on it that remind me of Pennsylvania Dutch. And so I cut out the squares, and I was going to sell the apron as a whole when I brought it home, and then I realized it had some stains on it. So this is one of the pieces. It's so beautiful, but it had these little stains on here, like almost like coffee dyed stains. I mean, doesn't it look like it's been coffee dyed? Right here, there's a spot, and right here. But we as junk journalers really don't mind that. I mean, I wouldn't mind at all using that as a pocket or, you know, some type of decoration in a journal or even on a cover. So, yeah, that is in there. And then here's the sheets. They're all pretty much fat quarter size, except for this one right here is a little bit smaller. I'll show you this one first. I'll open this all the way up so you can see what I'm talking about. But, yeah, see, it's a good size. It's just probably, it might even, you know, I didn't measure it again, is the problem. Let me measure it real quick. Because I just put that in the listing, it's fat quarter size, and one a little bit smaller than fat quarter. So that's about 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 inches that way. So fat quarter is 18 by 22. So it's 1 inch this way shorter than a fat quarter. And this way it is about 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So this way, horizontal, it's 2 inches shorter. So that's what I mean by it's a good size, but it's not quite, but it's so pretty. I wanted to put it, you know, go ahead and put a piece of this in here. And I hadn't put any of this. I was selling some of these separately in my Etsy, and I just have a few left, so I thought I'll just go ahead and put them in my vintage sheet bundle. So this is from a vintage sheet. So there's that one, and the rest are pretty much fat quarter size. So I'm not going to open them up all the way, but this is a pretty yellow. This is a yellow background with yellow and green flowers. They're all floral. So that one, and then this one here, pretty one. Got like apricot, peachy kind of colors and blues and kind of an olive green there. So, and the background is beige. I just tell you the colors in case the camera's not, you know, giving you the exact colors. It probably is, but you know, just in case. This one always reminds me of Shabby Chic because it's got the roses on here, kind of a beige background with the pinky roses and the green leaves. So that one's really pretty. I don't think I need to open them up all the way just for you to see the pattern on those when it's an all over pattern. This one here, I love this one. It's just kind of different and pretty because it's got a lavender, a light kind of lilac actually background, and then it's got the pink with the different hues of pink and the green, kind of like little bouquets all over it. So that one's really pretty. This one has a white background with these pretty bright, a little bit brighter pink and greens and yellows and things like that. So a good size piece of that, which is, like I said, all fat quarter pretty much. This is a nice pretty one. This one has flowers and some butterflies. Like that's a butterfly right there, and that's a butterfly right there. So Really pretty. And this one is lemons. So yeah, this is the only lemon sheet I ever found. Oh, and it's got lines on it too, I forgot. But aren't those pretty? I thought that was really different and pretty when I found this one. I just like, oh, that is so pretty. Lemons, you know. So that is the sheet bundle, and then I have the fabric bundle. So let me show you that real quick. I'll tidy that up after the video. This one is kind of like my standard that I've been showing you fabric bundle. So it's got a little 6-inch ruler. These are, like I always say, almost all advertising rulers. This looks like it might be, oh, it says quality here, and then it has a shell like from the gas station maybe. Quality in, I don't know. Or maybe it's quality shell oil, I don't know, gas, whatever. Back here it says power vacuum cleaning. So anyway, it's just a little plastic rule, 6-inch ruler. And then a piece of that, like I had in the other one, a piece of the doily. So I won't talk about the pockets again. You already heard my spiel. And then a cute little pattern in this one. Simplicity. Got these little teenage girls here with their bell bottoms and their, what do you call those shoes? These are, these have a wedge on them. And these, I'm not sure. But anyway, really cute little styles there. And it's an oldie. It's a little tattered up here, but it's got its paper. And it's, ooh, it's got some, well, that's just the blue part. Yeah, it's got the instructions and the tissue in there. Let me make sure it has tissue. Yep, there's tissue right down in there. This does have a big rip on it right here, but it almost goes together so well. You could actually probably see how well it goes together. You can't even see the rip. You could actually glue that back down and still use this on a cover. It just goes like, I can even see it right here in person. I can hardly, I mean, I have to like turn it to see it, but yeah, I'm just trying to show you how you can't see it. Okay, so this is a piece of that. I think this is my last piece of that pillowcase. I had, of course, only 2 pieces. I think there was one in the bundle from last week. So this is the other half of that pillowcase with this pretty floral design. Really pretty. Thank you to my friends that have been buying my bundles. I really appreciate that. This is some of the, this is pretty much the same, almost the same fabric as I had in last week's bundle. The all over pattern here, kind of a mauve floral pattern on that one. This one is also a pretty pinky pattern, all over. I love the all over patterns. They're so practical because you don't have to pick and choose what you want to cut out, right? It's just everywhere. And so yeah, that's another all over, pretty all over pattern. And then this one is 2. This is a lavender with green. This is different than the pinks, but very, very beautiful. That one. And this one I love too. These flowers and the colors. There's a bird on this one. And this one reminds me of like a French, you know, it would be good for a French journal. It's with it's got pink and white stripes and then the green topiaries, and they're really pretty topiaries. This one has a bird on it, and yeah, there's another bird. There's a duck. There's a animal. Is that a horse? I said horse when I first saw it, and I was like, is that a horse? I'm not sure. I think it is. And then this is actually from, this is quilted, and it's from a pillow sham that I thought was really pretty when I brought it home. And it really does have some pretty colors. And then 2 of these, this might be the last of my stitchery pieces. This might be the last piece, I think it is. But it's, you know, the stitchery pieces I've been putting in my bundles. And with the old, somebody made these on this, usually they're backed with muslin. This has some like, it's kind of ribbed here. This is silky. It's got the stitches here. It's got a stitch here. Not sure what it was all about, but there's another red stitch, red. And then this leaf is all embroidery here. So, and it's sewn, oh yeah, I was going to say, was it sewn and then sewn down? But no, it was sewn right onto this muslin. So you can see the stitches through the back there. But I just found those at a thrift store and thought they were like really cool because they look really old too. This is a little piece of I think this might be the last piece of this too. It was a quilt top. And it was squares, like about twice this big. But this was one piece that was left after I cut all the squares apart. So that's why I say I think this is my last piece of this. And it was just random pieces like this. See how they don't match? But isn't that cool looking? So that's kind of the same with my tassels. They don't match, but you put them all together and it just looks really pretty. So this is the gingerbread fabric that I've been putting in my last. And yeah, I keep saying this, I know, but I think this is my last bundle of these fabrics, and I think this is the last of a lot of these fabrics. So I guess I'm letting you know that if you want any of these, this is probably the last of these pieces. And then this black one that I love because it makes these little flowers pop out so pretty, and the colors really look good on that dark black, pretty on that dark background. And this is another Pennsylvania Dutch piece of fabric that when I show it to you, I always say it would be so cool to cut out some of these pieces and use them however you wish. But pockets, you can even back them onto cardstock and make little tags. They have like faux stitching around them too. Really cute. So, and they have all these cute Pennsylvania Dutch sayings. To a bad broom leaves a dirty room. So every time I read one, it's different and it's so cute. So yeah, so that's it for this week. I worked hard and long on these bundles. There was quite a few here this week, but I just really wanted to, get everything done that I wanted to do. So I got them all done, and I look forward to making some more for you. And so stay tuned, and also stay tuned for my video tomorrow. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you in my next video. Everyone have a great weekend. Happy crafting and happy thrifting.